everybody, it's Infamous Beast and Terry Crews here. Welcome back to another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is it, Game 3, as we're ready to get this thing started here for our next part of the coverage. And this time, it's game number 3 as we start things off with the New York Knicks facing against the Detroit Pistons. This time, they are at Little Caesars Arena, playing in Detroit, as it's Game 3 to make the rematch happen. 2-0 is a 0 for the New York Knicks, as they won 2 games in a row at home. But what will the Detroit Pistons do? Will they win this game, or will this be a turnover for the New York Knicks win? And now standing by, I have one of our next commentary supporters is Brian Anderson. He's also along with the 2K Sports crew. And with that, we'll see you all later, everybody, for the post-game show after the coverage of this game. And then next one, we'll be sending you over to the next part of the game, the Nuggets and the Clippers. That'll be the next part of the game coming up soon in just a few minutes, after this game is completed. Now, let's get this thing started. New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, ready on 2K Sports. Let's roll. See you all later, everybody.
A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused and pick up a win at home tonight. Thanks everyone for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. 2 slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Ali LaForce as well. And a look at the starters for the Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And for the Pistons, down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Tim Hardaway is out there with Kate Cunningham, and it's Thompson in at the 3. Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle, let's keep a close eye on it.
Pass to Brunson.
Fouls on Detroit Pistons. Kate Cunningham, number 2. His first personal foul, first team foul.
The little guy willing to stick his nose in there. Brunson gets his
line for New York. Number 11,
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line. 2 shots.
Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Off as well, so he misses both. All right, Brandon, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Anunoby. Kept alive. Here's Towns. Cranked it in.
Karl Anthony Towns.
6'11", 250 pounds. Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Cunningham passes to Harris. And it's New York with a rebound. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
A bit ago,
Jalen Brunson.
He said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
As always, Ali, we thank you. And again, no good by Detroit.
He's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Back to Towns. Perfect.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Towns just got his
Assisted
second
by
basket on the night.
Dylan Brunson.
With the D. Towns just beating them with better offense there.
Here's Harris. That falls.
Tobias Harris.
Cunningham. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start.
So Thompson.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Anunoby finds Brunson. Outside Hart. Here's Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bridges. And it's
Miguel
scoring
Bridges.
Consistent shooter,
Assist,
like Bridges
OG
loves to get
Anunoby.
openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
Now Cunningham. On the wing, Thompson.
Asar Thompson.
Younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Bridges outside. Pass to Hart. Here's Brunson. He's watched by Cunningham. Back to Hart. Now here's Towns. Misses the layup. Cunningham against Brunson. Now Duran. Back to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Duran on the post. Covered by Towns.
Fouls on New York Knicks. Carl Anthony Towns.
He welcomes it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's 6-10. Jalen Duran is an incredible.
Alive in his right Pistons.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which
Yeah.
helps him as a
Carry.
rim protector.
2 shots.
And lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. And he drops the first. But Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, BA, isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau? Lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight.
Jizz.
One bright spot
Brunson.
was Jalen Duran.
Well, the bright spot, BA, would be that you wouldn't mention that again, so let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duran did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age, so the sky is still the limit for this young, big, physical player.
Now here's Brunson. Anunoby on the wing. Outside Brunson. Hart from long range. Hardaway grabs the board. Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Cunningham. From 8 feet.
Hey, Cunningham.
Boys, you gotta have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
Cunningham against Brunson. Outside Hart. And here's Bridges to the paint. He's off on the layup.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Harris. Shoots over Hart. Harris misses. Knicks leading by 3. Hart passes to Towns. Now Brunson. He's watched by Cunningham. It's Bridges on the wing. Now Towns. And it falls.
Anthony Towns.
First 4 attempts.
This is from
The kind of physical
Miguel
you
Bridges.
want to see from Cat. Using his size.
He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes using it up with his impressive vert.
And the Knicks call time here. And make no mistake, Kay Cunningham is the engine of this team, Greg.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes into an elite point guard.
Not what I expected this point to happen, because there might be only one change. And sometimes I just don't really seem to think about it for now, but there's a bunch of changes afterwards for Detroit Pistons to put it in. Yeah, I know that you're definitely going to be taking it over, but the quick look is a quick drawback. One player does for it, and the other player doesn't really maintain it the right way. You know, it really happens when most players don't even play it confidently. You just need to keep each thing going around and for a quick timing of it. I mean, that's the definition that they're putting in. Some tight spots afterwards. You don't play it oftenly, you just gotta keep things moving. Exactly. I'm always noticing everything. All you have to do is just keep the change on. That's a lot of huge difference that everybody has to do to make play decisions. Back to Brian.
Big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. Beasley's checked in for Thompson. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for Hardaway. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Anunoby. McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A nice
Miles
shot.
McBride.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Cunningham.
Hey,
Young players with these kind of moves are showing you that they're getting more patient on the inside, and Cade showed that time.
McBride with it. Robinson on the wing. Tries again. Left side Hart. Pass to Payne. Here's Robinson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Holland with the rebound. Beasley against Hart. Beasley. Pass to Cunningham. Down low. Stewart. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Robinson. New York leading by 3. Outside Payne. Here's the 3. Always.
Cameron Payne for 3.
No hesitation for Payne that time. Playing assertive here.
1:24 left in the first quarter. And here's Ivey from the arc.
Showing real confidence at the arc.
Both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's McBride. Back to Payne. Here's Achua. Gets a second attempt to go.
Achua.
For 2.
Assistant Cameron Payne.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. It's a 5-point game. Here's Holland. Achua defending. Ivey outside. It's a close range jumper.
Room to go to work inside. Ivey really relies on his physical abilities to get a close range shot.
Outside Payne. Achua finds Payne. Over Cunningham. A shot by Payne, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Cunningham outside.
Fouls on New York Knicks, number 5. Achua. His first personal foul.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly
Alive with the Pistons, number 2.
has all the
Cade
very special players.
Cunningham. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Cunningham with that #1 selection. Lots of expectations for him, so a steep learning curve to get to the level that he wants to play at, but he's got a great work ethic and he's going to give you his best effort every night.
He does not get the second one. Payne with it. The three.
Cameron Payne for three. That's the end of this first period. Knicks for New York, 22. And Detroit Pistons, 17.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. New York out in front. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, hey guys, I mean, can we talk about how much selfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. A lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brett, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Jalen Brunson.
They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Here's Durant. Following the bucket by the Knicks.
And it's met with no resistance.
Knicks leading by 5. Brunson taking his time here. And he lobs it up top.
Karl Anthony Towns. Assist.
What an athlete play from
Brunson.
Rising up over the defense to hammer in the alley-oop.
Ivy passes to Harris. Inside. Lays it in.
Tobias Harris.
Perfect pass. And
From Dennis Schroeder.
finish too.
Yeah, that's butter. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Towns with the ball. Bridges finds Anunoby. Now here's Bridges. Over Ivy. Another one falls to New York.
Bridges.
Good defense, but Bridges was so loud.
Timeout on
Call here.
Pistons.
Time to talk it over. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Brad. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, the players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. Now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Detroit making a change here. Saster's checked in.
Checking back in for the Detroit Pistons.
Pistons trail by
Susser.
Pass to Harris. And there's the lob. And
Tobias Harris.
Fire Harris Springs.
Assisted by Dennis Schroeder.
New York. They've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Thompson against Anunoby. Shoots over Thompson. Here's Hart. And that was
Josh Hart.
effort on the glass. Hart's got his first 2 points of the night.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Sasser, right side. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bridges. Over to the left wing. Towns finds Brunson. Towns up top. Pounded by Harris. Tries it from 19. Another shot. And it's late.
Karl Anthony Towns.
And now a 9-point Knick lead.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence.
Offensive foul on the Detroit Pistons. Dennis Schroeder. His first personal foul.
I love great defense. Just quick
York
to
ball.
establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Towns outside. Back to Brunson. Brunson driving. That's good.
Jalen
Hey, he's 4 for 6.
Oh, great move there from Jalen Brunson, flashing.
Well, Detroit's shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would...
Reaching foul in New York. Referee Josh Hart. First personal foul. Team's first.
He's a hard worker.
Now substituting for the Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr.
Detroit. Harris on the wing. There's the triple. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brunson passes to Towns. Back to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Detroit.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Stepping up and knocking down a bomb.
And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. They've led by as many as 11. Anunoby finds Brunson. Back to Anunoby. Here's Bridges. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Sasser to the inside. 3 shots.
They're almost impossible to stop Duran inside. Wow.
56.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. And that
Jalen
goes in.
Brunson.
He's fouled.
That counts the bucket for New York.
Free throw.
Detroit foul number 0. Jalen Duran
Stewart
is first.
Pistons.
Team's
Beasley
first
comes in for Thompson. Chua's checked in for New York.
At the
McBride
line for
comes
New
in
York,
Anunoby.
number 11, Jalen Brunson. 1 shot. Now new substitutions for the Detroit Pistons. Isaiah Stewart, Malik Beasley, Susser.
That free throw good from Brunson. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, VA,
Timeout on the Pistons.
to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Detroit calls timeout.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Gotta feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
It does happen most of the time. It definitely happens when they're here, guys. Never doesn't get anything easier. Coming up will be the halftime report, as will be Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal, as we got some great halves for you. Jalen Brunson's on a great start here for the first half of the game. But what happens with the Detroit Pistons? There's questions to be answered with this one, and we will be seeing what's going on with the other statistics and the scores for the Detroit Pistons on a loss angle. It doesn't get easier with that, so we're about to be finding out what takes it. That'll be a halftime show after the first half is complete.
New York making a switch here. Payne's checked in. Disaster outside. It's Beasley on the wing. From outside, off the mark. New York leading by 9. McBride passes to Achua. Off target with a jump hook. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. And there's the foul.
Bridge 6, reach 5. Foul McBride. His first personal foul. Second team foul. Back on the floor, it's Kane Cunningham.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Pass to Beasley. Beyond the arc. Hardaway from outside. Offensive rebound. A shot. No good. The Knicks have got 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. Here's Achua. Nice.
Achua.
4 now.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no
Yellow
defense.
pitches.
That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping.
Isaiah Stewart.
Good.
Quite simply, Isaiah Stewart is a force.
Towns outside. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Duran. Pistons trail by 9. Three-pointer Stewart. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first half of the game. 2 minutes.
1:51 left in the second quarter. McBride passes to Payne. Right side McBride. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Towns.
Carl
on the assist by
Anthony
Bridges.
Towns.
Bridges has got 3 assists now on this one.
And what a luxury to have a big man who can score like Towns. He's been unstoppable here.
Stewart.
Fouls on New York.
Heading to the line to
Carl
shoot.
Anthony Towns.
And even from
First
where we're
personal
sitting,
foul.
you can clearly tell it was a
Team's third.
What do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Combined for the Pistons.
That junkyard dog.
Isaiah
Right, tries to
Stewart.
play physical,
That's
rebound,
like
bump
2
back.
shots.
But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end.
And he knocks down the first one.
So much about Stewart comes
Checking back on the
through
court.
his toughness and get
Number
physical
23.
with him. He has no problem getting physical right back.
Holland,
James
he's checked in
Ivey.
for Detroit. Ivy comes in for Hardaway.
And 0-0 Holland.
And so he hits both. New York leading by 9. And here's Payne. 6 points for him. Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Beasley. And the Knicks
Miguel
another
Bridges.
bucket right there.
Bridges is down low, doing a great
Aaron
job of just
Payne.
pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
Cunningham on the wing. And finish
Shit,
it off.
Isaiah Stewart.
just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that, he's sure to give him a spark. Now here's Payne. Pass to Bridges. Payne against Cunningham. From the top of the key. 36 seconds left in the second period. Towns gets the
Carl
bucket.
Anthony
Has
Towns.
got 8 here in this quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Holland. Pass to Stewart. From outside the arc. Holland can't hit. Now Towns. And here's Payne outside. That shot missing. It's been all
And that one, the first half, New York Knicks 45, and the Pistons 34.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take down the stretch to win this ball game?
I think just tough defense, take good shots, not turn the ball over, play smart.
Back to the basics. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
The first half was all about Carl Anthony Towns. He had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. So far, he's played a big role for his team here. and taking a look at the Knicks. Shaq, what you think?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half and try to force them to stay outside.
Over to Kenny. What you think about Detroit?
Well, it's never fun. This on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's Cunningham. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Kate Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Brunson passes to Anunoby. Bridges, left side. Pass to Hart. And he bangs
Josh Hart.
Hart's got his second basket.
Assistant.
Someone like Hart getting
Go,
inside,
Bridges.
is he just asking to get burned?
Here's Cunningham. He can't get that one to fall. And so Anunoby will bring it up to the Knicks. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Harris against Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson!
Jalen
So
Brunson.
confident at the rim.
Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
The 3, Hardaway. The
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Cunningham's got assist number 5 here tonight. Brunson finds Hart. Now Towns. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Can't hit from the elbow.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Hardaway from outside. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 12. Outside Brunson. And he
Foul on the Pistons. Number 9.
2 free throws.
That is Harry Thompson. It's first personal foul. Teams first. Carolina, New York.
Make your night a living
Jalen.
nightmare. The way he
Brunson.
chases
2
around
shots.
shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
That free throw good from Brunson.
If you're a basketball player,
Checking back in for
for
New
your
York.
entire basketball
Number
life,
23,
you hear coaches
Mitchell
harp
Robinson.
on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. No good on the second, so he is 1 of 2. For 3, Hardaway. Again, Hardaway missing.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him. That's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Bang it his way
Jalen
through.
Brunson.
Brunson.
Takes
6.
such tenacity
Miguel
to get
Bridges.
in there. Brunson battling through the inside contact.
Timeout on Detroit.
Force.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff uprooting, your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you never understand. EA?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Well, watch it keep going anyway. I gotta say now, I mean, it's not really like easy enough to do this from here, but if you don't do it that correctly, don't take a chance anyway. We'd like to remind you that the new skit is happening here for our next part of it. So if you're looking forward to watching this new one, we have a next set. Don't miss the party to begin. Here for our party freakouts. Here for this house featuring the Object Show tour. That'll be beginning on July 13th, only on Son of Beast. Make sure you keep your eyes on the tune, and you will be seeing how freaky it goes. Now back to Ryan.
Schroeder, he's checked in for Kate Cunningham. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Robinson with a steal. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Schroeder. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Hardaway, the pass to Harris. Good.
Tobias Harris!
He's got 8.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
Pass to Anunoby. Brunson with it. Over Schroeder. And that one's good.
Jalen Brunson.
He's got 18.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges, scoring the basketball.
And here's Harris. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. To the inside. And
Tobias Harris!
Love the effort there. And undersized
Jalen Dury!
big things happen with that leaping ability.
Brunson against Schroeder. Bridges, right side. Good D by Hardaway. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Thompson. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Thompson. Now here's Harris. Another miss by Harris. Anunoby with it. Still without a bucket. Oh, there's the alley.
Mitchell Robinson, assisted by OG Anunoby.
And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Pass to Hardaway. With the 10-footer. Robinson with the block. Harris against Bridges. It's hard on the wing. Inside. Thompson with a steal. Harris down low. Brunson defending. Harris misses. Knicks leading by 15. Bridges passes to Robinson. Brunson with it. Covered by Schroeder. And there's Brunson. That one's good.
Brunson.
The assist from Robinson.
The assist from
9 points now.
Mitchell Robinson.
Well, they need some
Timeout call on Pistons.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Detroit calls timeout. Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
NBA fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots, it's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Well, there's a lot of great passes. I love seeing that. Mitch Robinson, he just had that one with the great on the alley-oop. That one is right over into the alley. Did you absolutely see that? Yeah, I definitely did see that. And also that block game, that is just unbelievable. I cannot believe that he just started that one. That is just insane. Can't you believe it? That's the only first thing that we've never seen anything like this. All you can can see now is just how unfortunate you really have to play it for a pickup. And I mean, nobody has ever seen it like this. They were knocking it down quickly. I cannot just tell you now. That was just untakeable what they're doing it for. Now they're just really going over it and under. Well, I guess that's going to be like a biggest show. It's going to be New York Knicks with the extension 3-0. They might take it over. You may never know what's impossible. Back to Brian.
And some changes here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duran. Beasley comes in for Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for Hardaway. Achua's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Bridges. New York leading by 17. Here's Achua. Hart passes to Achua. A kick out to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Anunoby. Over Ivy. Shot is
OG,
good.
Anunoby.
First basket.
Jalen Brunson.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Schroeder passes to Harris. Hook loose. And stolen by Brunson. Fast break, New York. Here's Achua. Anunoby on the wing. Here's Brunson. And it's Harris with the rebound. Pistons trail by 19. This one for 3. That one for
Tobias Harris for 3.
Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside offensive game.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 20. Pass to Anunoby. 1:43 left in the third. 6 to shoot. The basket.
Jalen Brunson.
1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point
Found
play.
Detroit. Valley Beasley, number 5. His first personal.
Right through the whistle.
Second team
All
foul.
right, guys, what do you think so
On the
far on
line,
the offensive
Jerry
approach on the
Knicks.
Knicks?
I mean, they play some beautiful
Brunson.
basketball all
One
game.
shot.
The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Pistons trail by 19. Pass to Holland. Lets the 3 fly. The Knicks pull it in. Achua's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Brunson. Right side, Anunoby. To the left side wing. Here's Achua. Count that one.
Precious Achua.
Amazing
It's
how
small.
trusted Brunson is
Jalen
with the basketball.
Brunson.
And the Pistons shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Here's Sasser. Cashes it in.
Sasser.
Here's McBride. Outside Brunson. Anunoby passes to Brunson. The rebound by Beasley. And Detroit has possession. Trailing by 19. Sasser can't hit. And the Knicks shooting about 60% for the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Brunson. Yes, it's good. Brunson's got 14 points now in the second half.
They're just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Launches it from deep. Oh, and he just
Jalen Brunson.
buzzer beater.
Detroit Pistons 46 and the New York Knicks
Well, you love Knicks in the
70.
last second
That is the
shot.
end of the third quarter.
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. He's been doing damage on it. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so it's New York with it. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Achua, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position.
Mikal Bridges for 3.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and there's
New York
the whistle
foul.
on the shot.
Karl Anthony Towns. His first personal foul.
Brothers.
Teams first.
Thompson.
These guys are absolutely
Line for the Detroit Pistons, number 9.
ability.
Isaiah Thompson. Line taking 2 shots.
Heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
No good on the free throw. For the Pistons, Fontecchio comes in for Harris.
Checking back in for
And
the
it's Schroeder
Detroit
in
Pistons.
driving. New York making a switch here.
Dennis Schroeder. Now my number 19, Davis Fontecchio.
Good on the second one. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Now here's Payne. Pass to Bridges. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Up top, Payne. Uses the glass.
Cameron Payne.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the
Mitchell
court.
Yeah,
Robinson.
the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
From 10 feet away. And there's Thompson.
Isaiah Thompson.
Down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Schroeder against Payne. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Top of the key. Bridges misses. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Thompson and the layup.
Isaiah Thompson.
Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Pass to Achua. There's Dadier, defended by Thompson. Here's Robinson. Count it.
Mitchell Robinson.
That pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Schroeder. And here's Thompson.
Next foul. Cameron Payne. His first personal foul. Team second.
Change here. Hardaway's checked in. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York.
For
Brunson
court,
comes in
number
for
11, Jalen Brunson. And number 8, OG Anunoby.
Cunningham looking it over. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Pass to Robinson. Yes.
Mitchell
Nice assist from
Robinson.
Brunson's got
Assist.
5 assists tonight.
Jalen Brunson.
Robinson is one of the best finishers that you have down low in the NBA.
Now here's Thompson. Now Hardaway. Good D by Brunson. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. It's Robinson, high post, outside Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Robinson on the wing. Achua inside. Working on Thompson. Achua can't hit. The Pistons have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Cunningham passes to Schroeder. Sure.
Hey, Schroeder!
connecting on that catch and shoot.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Over Cunningham. Again.
Jalen
Knicks. Good
Brunson.
for 2 more.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Hardaway, no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Outside Brunson. Back to Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Anunoby. Schroeder with a rebound. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Duran up top. Cunningham outside. Offline with a 3. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Brunson passes to Robinson. And here's Bridges. He's watched by Cunningham. And
Miguel Bridges.
Yeah, no play by Bridges inside.
Mitchell
Navigating
Robinson.
contact and getting to his finish.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, Robinson with a block. Outside Brunson. It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Brunson. Over Schroeder. Here's Bridges. Outside Robinson. Here's Brunson. And he saves that one. Hit the
Brunson.
back of the rim on the way in.
This is good
Brunson's
to
gotten 4 this quarter.
Mitchell Robinson.
Quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3.
Players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Brunson. Outside Robinson. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Schroeder. Bridges misses. Detroit has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Robinson against Duran. Pass to Brunson. Launches it. And out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Well,
Pistons ball.
Board tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game.
For the Pistons.
BA, it's
Number
almost
5.
hard to think what
Alex
didn't
Beasley.
go well for them. Their
Number
play,
0,
their
Howard.
execution,
I see it
everything was
soon.
absolutely on point.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Brunson.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Now here's Bridges. Outside Brunson. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Stewart. That's good.
There we go.
Bridges on the assist
Bridges.
from Brunson.
Assisted
With
by
some attitude.
Jalen
Run out there,
Brunson.
play.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Now Brunson. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Achua passes to Bridges. Outside Achua. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. They get it again. Outside Brunson. And there's the shot.
Shot clock violation.
Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Pistons ball.
Checking in for the Knicks, OG, Anunoby, Cameron, Payne,
And next Once again, your final score in Game 3, New York Knicks 87 and Detroit Pistons 57.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive, it was more defensive. We did a great job. We got the 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up for Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew. This is Brian Anderson signing off, and we'll see you next time.
All right there, Brian. Thank you very much. And with that, the New York Knicks, they shut things down here in every game. They won 2 games in their home game, and they won 1 on the road trip game. There is 1 more left until the Knicks moves on to the conference semifinals to face against the winning team. And if you've all been waiting for the next part of the game of game number 4 for the Magic and the Celtics, that'll be soon. But the game is coming up later tonight at 7 p.m. for the next part of it. Now, of course, I can't wait for New York Knicks to see what goes in. I think we're about to see the rematch going on, so I think there is plenty of that. We're going to be seeing things here. It's part of a Chicago picks because one of our teams, it's like us. We are the ones. Of course we are. I mean, we always do. Here's how you did with the total statistics. 60% for the field goals for the New York Knicks. 29 for Detroit Pistons on the 3-pointers with 62% of the free throws. Then it was 4 fast break points. And after that one was 56 points in the paint for the New York Knicks with 12 second chance points, 22 bench points, and it was 31 assists with 9 offensive rebounds and 35 defensive rebounds. Only 4 steals was Detroit Pistons. 2 blocks remained for New York Knicks. 5 turnovers for New York Knicks. 14 fouls was Detroit Pistons with 6 dunks. Then it was 31 for biggest lead for New York Knicks, and 18:52 was their time of possession for the New York Knicks. All right there, infamous beast. I have it over to you with the 3 star players in the game. All right, this is about that time right now. So the 3rd star, we're starting things often. So the 3rd star we are going to take a look at is Tobias Harris with only 13 points with 3 different rebounds, and only 6 out of 12 field goals for the range. Only 1 3-pointer was making it in for the nice topics here. Then 3 for 13 performance effort. It was wild enough to make that one huge impact with 2 dunks. And then the 2nd star player of the game goes out to Karl Anthony Towns with 14 points, 9 rebounds with 2 assists, and then 7 out of 9 field goals were made. 1 dunk, 19 performance effort by the alley-oop successful pass. It was not really easy enough how we were getting there, but that's what happens with Karl Anthony Towns. Cat, the big man. And your number 1 star player of the game, goes right over to Jalen Brunson with 32 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 1 steal. It only has turned to be like 1 of a shade, but that is just enough to get over us. 14 out of 22 field goals with 1 3-pointer. And that was all it took. 44 performances effort. It was turned to be like unbelievable. He's unstoppable for this one. Gotta give him credits for Jalen Brunson. I feel you now there, infamous beast. It just makes it look good for Jalen Brunson to finish it up. Anyway, that will do for the first game. If you're waiting on for the Nuggets and the Clippers, that next game is coming up later after this message. We'll be back with you soon, right after this one, so we'll get some quick break and then we'll get back out with you shortly. And now, what we're about to be saying is we are wrapping up in Detroit. Thank you for watching the first part of the game. Along with me and Infamous Beast, we'll see you next time here on NBA 2K Sports of the playoffs of the night. See you all again next time. See you folks for a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports style. Infamous Beast, gone. Zip, speed run it. Let's keep this thing going. I guess we're going to speed run the time afterwards. So let's slow down a little bit, buddy. I know. Get it, I know. Anyways, see you all for the next game, everybody. Until then.
If you don't, somebody will.